What's poppin', guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown today for a live in the OU tier. Whipped up a nice and Heat Hail squad built around Mega ABOMAsnow, which has been out, I think, for a little while now in Sun and Moon. The Mega Stone's been out for a little while. I think Emvee's used it like twice at this point, so you never know. You may see him use it a third time, and he'll reuse that same thumbnail once again. But let's go ahead and take a look at the team builder. I'll show you guys what I got. So Mega ABOMAsnow is a really fun mon. Of course, I'm running a nice 4 attack set, Giga Drain, Blizzard, Ice Shard, Earthquake. So it's kind of a mixed sort of set, and Ice Shard is really useful because of the fact that this Pokemon is really slow. So priority Ice Shard is pretty nice. Plus Giga Drain, Blizzard. Giga Drain, Blizzard's like the combination of Grass Ice is just so great in terms of just being able to deal with so many different threats in the tier. Only being walled, I think, by like Steel types and Fire types, which Earthquake can deal with. So that's pretty cool. And I mean, Earthquake just blows back Heatran and Magnezone if we predict properly. So it's going to be a pretty fun mon to use. I've always enjoyed using Mega ABOMAsnow as a Pokemon. It's just a nice way of just beating down threats. Even though we're slow and weak to a lot of stuff, it has that power. It's got that power, alright? So got here a Gliscor as the next mon, which I found to be really useful in the meta right now. This sub-toxic Gliscor with Protect, it's just so solid in terms of wearing stuff down, especially for like Mega ABOMAsnow. It's a really I guess sort of a Pokemon that is just, it's annoying to deal with, and if your opponent's not prepared for it, by the time you know, they are able to, I guess, get around it, it's gonna be their team's gonna be weakened so much by this thing. I found it to be so useful. I've been testing around with it and stuff. It's really fun. We also got here Heatran, so it's a nice Choice Scarf Tran, which is pretty cool. Can deal with, can just check a lot of stuff in the tier, and I mean, solid versus like Volcarona and stuff because of Stone Edge, and of course versus Zard Y. We also got here a reuniclus, which is a very interesting set, another really unique set right now that's going on. I don't think, I don't know how many people have used this set yet, but it's Assault Vest Regenerator, which I found to be really nice in the meta so far. In the meta right now, yeah, like, it's just really cool with Thunder and stuff. I mean, it's cool, like with Knockoff, being able to get rid of like a Violite or just any items in general. Switching into a lot of attacks, especially like from Tapu Lele, it eats it up. It eats up Psychic from you know, Psychic Surge, Tapu Lele, and it's just a solid mon, I guess. We also got here Clefable for Stealth Rocks, which is useful. You don't see Clefable a lot, and I had to fit a Rocky Helmet in somewhere, so I just slapped it on this, and it's just great in order to get up rocks and I guess have a Fairy type, which is a nice Dark type switch in because we don't really have one. And then finally we have a Tentacruel for rapid spinning purposes and T-Spikes. And of course, getting up rocks and T-Spikes will wear down the opposing side's team. We got like Regenerator, Reuniclus to sponge hits. We got Gliscor, which can, I guess, sort of wear stuff down with Toxic. And of course, ABOMAsnow to pick stuff off with Hail, plus like Shard and stuff like that. And of course, Scarf Tran for cleaning up late game. So that's going to be a really fun team, I feel. So let's go ahead and try it out and see how it goes. I'll find a game and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got our first game, going to be up against a interesting team. Very interesting offensive team. I'm thinking leading off Gliscor. So what I've been doing while I've been testing, I've always been leading off Gliscor for the reason that, firstly, I can get off my Toxic Orb. Secondly, I can scout what he wants to do turn 1. If he wants to lock himself into a move like Greninja or something, for instance, useful to see, I guess, what he wants to do turn 1. So as we can see here, he traces my Poison Heal, so it's a good thing I'm not going to try to Toxic this thing. He does go for Psychic, which means that our Reuniclus eats this up completely. I can definitely see Reuniclus putting in a lot of work. Look at that. We eat it up completely. Not bad. Shadow Ball switch-ins don't really exist. I can also go for Knockoff here, which is pretty useful. I'm going to do that right now. And we probably will get rid of this thing's Choice Specs, which we do. Very useful. And I can go here into, I can either go to Clefable or Tentacruel. I'm probably going to switch out here into my Clefable so that I can probably get up rocks at some point. As he goes for Dark Pulse, we do eat that up really well. And I'm Rocky Helmet, of course. So I can just go here for the Stealth Rocks as he goes for U-turn. Now that he's not Choice Specs, I take some nice helmet damage there too. Because he's not Choice Specs, his damage output will be a lot less. He goes to Tapu Lele. So I'm kind of glad that I can show off facing Tapu Lele plus Alakazam plus Mega Alakazam when I have a Reuniclus here, which sponges them both. So check this out. I'm going to go right back into it. Psychic, look at that Psychic. We just eat that up. And I can probably go here for another Knockoff. I could also go for a Shadow Ball, which I think I kind of want to do. Or even a Psyshock. Could be fun. I could also Thunder here. I think Psyshock's going to be pretty fun. He goes for Moonblast. Special attack drops. That's fine. So it doesn't seem he's locked in. So that's cool. I could probably regenerate at some point. Gonna go here to Heatran because I can resist both of his stabs, and I do pack Flash Cannon, which will hit this thing and knock it out because we are Choice Scarf. We're gonna be faster, so that's awesome. Now, yeah, getting rid of that's pretty cool. And of course, we have Regenerator. Like usually, you see Magikarp reuniclus, right? From past generations. I don't even know if reuniclus is even commonly used, but Regenerator can really be helpful. He goes Greninja here, so I'm actually gonna expect him to go for the Water move and click Tentacruel. And because we are I guess we are invested in some Spadef, we can eat this up easily. And I don't want to set up T-Spikes or anything because he has a Gengar, which now it does not have Levitate, so we can actually absorb it. So I think my play here is to just click Scald. He just Dark Pulses me, but we're weakening this thing a bit, getting it lower. I'm just going to Sludge Bomb here, and he actually switches to Landorus, which is perfectly fine. Not sure what set he is. I'm pretty sure he's Stealth Rocks, defensive Landorus, or he could also be offensive, but yeah. I'm going to go into abomasnow here, I think, and just get up Hail. I think it should be fine. As he goes for Stealth Rocks, nice, and what I can do here is probably just Ice Shard. Mega Ice Shard should knock him out, as it does. Excellent, excellent. So Landorus is gone. That's awesome. What he wants to do now, I'm not too sure. I don't really have a Ghost switch in. He goes to Alakazam, though, which is fine. As what I can do is probably just go Reuniclus here, eat this up. I do take rocks damage, sadly, but yeah, we can eat this hidden power up and just go for a Shadow Ball here as he goes Greninja. So I think Hail plus Shadow Ball might knock him out. As oof, not enough, not enough. But we do get Regenerator back, which is nice. And I can just go here into maybe I'll save Tentacruel as a check to Gengar. And maybe I could go Gliscor because Gliscor doesn't really do much anyways. It kind of checks Gengar too. It actually kind of checks Gengar as well. I kind of need everything on my team. I want to keep Clefable a little bit healthy for the Zygarde. I want to keep Heatran for, I don't know, something. I want to keep Abomasnow for that Zygarde especially. Actually, Abomasnow is going to be pretty useful. Reuniclus is useful for the Alakazam. So many Pokemon to keep. We gotta make a trade-off here. You already know we gotta make a trade-off. I'm gonna switch out here into. Maybe I'll just go Gliscor. I'll go Tentacruel. I don't think I need it too much. If I have a full HP Gliscor, yeah, he goes for Hydro Pump too. Misses doesn't really matter too much, but yeah. So we could probably just Rapid Spin here, as it goes Gengar, which is perfectly fine. I want to weaken this thing anyways, so I'm gonna do just that. And yeah, Greninja dies. So and he actually gives me a Choice Scarf. That's actually nice, I think, because am I faster than him now? Let me see. Yeah, faster than him. Nice. I actually appreciate that. It's a good thing you tricked that Choice Scarf. Then I would have been slower with my Heatran. It's pretty useful. He takes my Black Sludge though. Very well timed. Took my Black Sludge away because he knew that he was the only Pokemon that could benefit from it. He sacks Greninja here, goes to Alakazam. Okay, so we can just go here into probably Reuniclus is fine. Alternatively, we can save Reuniclus. I'm gonna go into it. I don't really mind. See what he wants to do here. He goes for a Psyshock. We eat that up, and we can just Shadow Ball this thing. Dazzling Gleam. So he doesn't. I don't think he packs Shadow Ball. Then yeah, we just knock this out completely. Assault Vest Reuniclus is carrying right now. Good lord. Go right into Tentacruel. This goes for Shadow Ball. We're faster, so we can just Scald. Unfortunate, no 6-0, but I don't think it really matters because we can go. Ooh. Wait a second. We lived. We living out here. We living. All right, Zygarde coming in. Just gonna Scald him, I guess. I do pack Ice Shard, so I'm not that worried about what his set could be. Actually, maybe I kind of am. I'm gonna save the 6-0, and I'm gonna go straight into Abomasnow. Just get off Hail and let's just see what he is. He's just Dragon Dance. Okay, so I'm just gonna Ice Shard him. It probably will knock him out either way. If not, then we could pick it off with something else. So he's D-Dance. He probably has like Outrage or something. Ice Shard doing a decent amount of damage. He goes for the Z move. Is he Z Outrage? Devastating Drake. Yup, he is. So in which case, I think Clefable can eat one. Pretty sure if Clefable eats one of these attacks, so I'm just gonna Moonblast here and knock him out. And yup, we do. So that is gonna be GG. GG, it is Emvee. So on to the next one, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got our next game here. Gonna be up against a Kyurem Black. never fun to face. It's always a Pokemon that does really well versus a lot of teams that are not prepared for it. I guess we're kind of prepared for it a little bit, maybe. I'm gonna leave Gliscor though, because I feel like Gliscor, like I said, gets off the protect on something, gets my Toxic Orb activated. It looks like we're all inviting people now. All right, that's fine. That's fine. I wasn't planning on having a birthday party, but I guess we can. It's anyways. Lander's coming in here. I'm just gonna Toxic right off the bat. Oh, he's sub. Well, fam, I think it's over. What is Skamon Kobaz? What is he gonna do here? Swords Dance. Yup. I feel it. Sub SD. We gotta break this thing real quick. we gotta stop this thing right now. He's probably which stronger? What are his two moves that he's trying to go for? Is it like EQ or knockoff? Maybe. Smackdown. Ooh, I see that. I'm an Earthquake here. Yeah. How did I know? Good me. I just made a ballsy play right there. I probably would have lost if he subbed again. Making good plays rewarded. Nice. Alright, so Scizor coming in. We just go here into yeah, we could save abomasnow. Probably go Gliscor or Tentacruel. I'm gonna go Tentacruel, I think. I don't wanna go straight to Heatran. He'll just U-turn out. Actually, why don't I? Lando's at 64. I definitely want to keep Heatran actually, because I don't have anything much else for Scizor. Can also go. Oh, I'm gonna go Clefable. Check this out. I'm gonna go Clefable here. Watch this play. Yeah. Take this Rocky Helmet. Yup. Chip damage. What is he What are they talking about? 84 GXE. Am I 84 GX? I don't even look at that stuff. Kyurem's coming out here. He's probably Z-move Kyurem. So yeah, I don't know. He probably dies or something. I'm just gonna Moonblast here. You just went for Ice Beam. Interesting. What is this? Alright, watch this play right now. I'm going to actually, okay, let's think about this real quick. I'm gonna go Tentacruel. Watch this play. He's gonna Z-move here or something. Or he goes for Roost. That's okay too. That's fine. I think reuniclus should eat this actually. I don't know what his set is. Oh, he crits me? That's not fun. I'm gonna Side Shock here. What are these guys talking about? Okay, you can waste a Z-move on me, I don't mind. I didn't need reuniclus anyways. That's fine. Go back to Clef now, we can just soft weld up again. Fusion Bolt shouldn't do much at all. Yup, nice. Very nice. Ice Beam. Don't freeze me, please. Thank you. Okay, so I think we just Moonblast here. That should be fine. Good damage. Special attack drop. Nice. Let him roost up. I don't care. I'm gonna Flamethrower here. Predict Scizor to come in. Watch him just go right into it. Yup. Good damage. And he just quit there. Goodbye. Talking all that smack. Get out of here. Alright, on to the next one. We'll be right back. Alright, so we got our next game up against Hail. So we got Hail versus Hail. This is what I like to see. We got 2 of the same mons. 3 of the same mons. Yeah, and we got, see, Tentacruel Starmie going together. Gliscor Orlando going together. And reuniclus Kyurem going together. Call it Necrozma Fusion 2.0. I don't even know what I'm talking about. In any case, Gliscor's a fine lead. As yeah, Gliscor's a pretty fine lead, I think. Even Clefable's a fine lead too. My lord, that guy that was talking like that guy was making like these weird plays. I mean, I guess they were kind of obvious plays. The last game, whatever. That was funny. You guys will probably get a kick out of that one. Definitely tickled my my humor. All right, so Kyurem is the lead. Of course, this is gonna be a little bit of a issue. But I'm just gonna get my Toxicor by the way. Let him sub, yeah, that's fine. I knew he was like a subset anyways. We can just go into Reuniclus, I think is fine. Look at that earth power damage, just nothing. Psyshock should break this thing. Ice Beam doing a decent amount. And what do we do? So, yeah, this thing is a bit annoying. I'm gonna go Clef here, regenerate myself, and of course just get up my rocks. I think is fine. Well, Clefable's kind of useful actually. Or sorry, yeah, Clefable's kind of useful, sort of. I'm just gonna rocks anyways. T-waved. Ooh, interesting. So he's T-wave Starmie. He is T-wave Starmie. I'm gonna go abomasnow now. And yeah, this should be fun. Rapid spin. I'm gonna mega click earthquake. As he goes probably heat train. Oh, goes abomasnow. Good plays. Good plays. So Blizzard probably will do a ton to this. Actually, I think abomasnow is the biggest threat to my team. Besides Kirim. So I'm gonna Blizzard you. His Blizzard went first. My Blizzard went next. And it did even more. My Blizzard did significantly more damage. Nice. Alright, so his Kirim comes out here. What can we do? I'm gonna go for what? Maybe the Blizzard I think is fine. He went for Ice Beam, that does knock me out. That's a powerful Pokemon. Very powerful. Alright, so into Reuniclus we go. And we're just gonna click knock off here. As he goes into Heatran, get rid of this thing's item. It is a leftovers. Excellent, excellent. So here what we can do is go into Gliscor and just click sub. We can just sub up here pretty easily as he goes Landorus. I can Toxic this thing now. As he goes for U-turn, does not break. Excellent. He goes Clefable. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. All right. Let me Earthquake here. Goes back to Landorus. Okay. I'm gonna sub up. Ah, still doesn't break. Nice. I thought it was gonna break or something. Goes back into this. Not too sure what he's trying to do here. Goes to Starmie now. Okay. I can live with this. I can live with this for sure. I think what we gotta do here is probably Toxic this or something. I think. Let me see here. Why is my Gliscor just freezing up? Stop. Stop. Okay. I'm just gonna Toxic him. He's natural cure anyways, but like it's fine. I'm gonna sub here. He's gonna switch out. He's gonna switch out to like cure him or something. He knows I have Protect as well. Watch him switch out here. I can eat the Scald up pretty much. I know for a fact he's not invested in special attack because he's T-Wave bulky Starmie. What do you got to say for yourself, best team builder? Who's really the best team builder out here? Look at his team and look at my team. Which team do you guys like better? Mine has 1 legendary. His has 3 and he quit. Hello? He left. No, this was not supposed to happen this way. So let's go over the game plan here, right? We sub Toxic Gliscor actually puts in a ton of work versus him. And he can't really break through Reuniclus. He can't really break through Heatran. Once we get rid of Starmie, which I think is possible. Brought possible in part by Lord Emvee himself. I feel like he wouldn't have much else. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, so after this game we'll get another one. I'm gonna be releasing the Pimp My Squad video, introduction video for season 2. I'll call it season 2 Pimp My Squad or something. I'll bring that out in like less than a week or something. And where you can all post your paste spins of teams and stuff there. I'll show you guys how to do it. And yeah, it should be pretty fun to bring that series back. And of course, more lives coming. I've been really busy lately. I've actually been car shopping because I want to buy a new car because I'm working now and stuff. And yeah, I wanna get my own car. I've been using I've been using like an older car that was like given to me by my parents and stuff. But yeah, let's find another game. Yeah, so I've been like, I'm gonna pass my old car down to my sister, and yeah, I'm gonna get a brand new one for myself. So I've been busy with that, and especially with like work and stuff. Work's been getting busy too. But in any case, of course, enough rambling. We got a game. I think what we can do here is probably lead off with maybe abomasnow. Actually, abomasnow is a fine lead. Then again, gliscor is also a fine lead, and he does lead Sableye. So I'm just gonna protect right off the bat. Protect here should be fine. Just go ahead and activate my toxic orb as he tries to knock it off, and I could sub here. And because if I sub, he cannot. I don't think he can break my sub with a knockoff, which is pretty nice. Hello, what are you doing, bro? What is this? I'm just gonna earthquake, get some damage off, and actually he'll probably recover here, won't he? I'm gonna go abomasnow as he goes for a knockoff once again. Get some hail damage on this. That's looking nice. His switch-ins don't exist. I'm a blizzard right now. Hit him up with this nice blizzard. Abomasnow gonna come through, and yeah, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. I don't think he really has much to go into other than he's gonna stay in. He's gonna stay in and protect to see what I want to do, and then he takes a little bit of hail damage there. I can accept that 1 PP for a little hail damage. I mean, I'm fine with that. That's something that I can afford to trade off right there. Actually, maybe not, because Blizzard's my best move on this thing. But it's all good. Ice Shard will pull me through versus these Garchomp. Versus the Garchomp and the Landorus. Ice Shard will pull me through. But as you can see, this Blizzard takes him out with a crit. Probably, I don't know if it mattered or not, but like, nah. Like, look at my abomasnow special attack, 399. Stab Blizzard. In comes the Tapu Lele. I'm glad we're facing a lot of Tapu Leles because we can just go here to reuniclus. Show him what it does. Psychic doing a lot of damage. I'm pretty sure that thing is choice specs. I'm gonna click, actually no, did I see him heal? No, he got buffeted, never mind. I'm gonna click knockoff here. As he goes Landorus, I can get rid of this thing's item, whatever it is. It's probably Rocky Helmet. Ooh, Z move, alert, alert. We got a Z move on here. Alright, I see that. Got a Z move. Alright, we gotta be careful. I'm gonna go Gliscor, just cause I'm not really feeling too safe with this thing. I'm gonna click Toxic here. Let him go for a Z move, I don't really mind. I could also protect here. That could be a good play. I don't know. I'm gonna toxic here. He'll probably SD again. Oh no, he went for Z move. 50-50, 50-50. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye, Gliscor. Abomasnow probably takes this out with an Ice Shard. So I'm gonna do that right now. No point risking this or anything. I don't really have to go for EQ because he doesn't have a Heatran of any sort. Ice Shard should take him out. It doesn't take him out. Hello? I needed this thing. At least we got rid of a threat. Now I lose to Chomp. Is Landorus what? Oh. Oh no. Yeah, because of Psychic Terrain. It's flying type, so Ice Shard will go through that. Yeah. All good, all good. Alright, so this is pretty fine. I'm okay with this. I think Clefable can come out here, I think. As he goes Greninja. Okay, that's actually pretty fine. I think that's fine. I'm just going to try not to get destroyed by Garchomp, but I want to go here in a Tentacruel as he goes for the Gunk Shot. So he is Protean. I kind of figured he might be. And what we can do here, we could probably just T-Spike up or even Scald here. I'm going to Scald, get off some damage. Oh, he's extra sensory. Oh, he's the extra sensory set. That's good to know. So that's cool. I'm just gonna stay in and attack. I don't think I really need this too much. Yeah, I'm just gonna Scald here. Basically, what's gonna carry me through the end of the game is Clef, Heatran, and reuniclus. That's what's going to carry me through the game. Yeah, I think that's going to be fine. Because reuniclus, we have Thunder. All we got to do is we got to hit Thunder versus Celesteela. We also have Lava Plume on Heatran. Nice Protean boosted. Alright, so I'm going to go Heatran here. We are going to be faster. And we should just be able to click Flash Cannon, I think is fine. Or Lava Plume. I think Lava Plume is fine. Well, then he gets to switch to Garchomp, which I don't want. So I'm going to Flash Cannon here. I think that's the fine play to make. He might just switch out of Greninja here. Into what, I'm not too sure, but I think we should be fine. He might go hard into Chomp. But like I said, I think Reuniclus will carry. Reuniclus is looking nice. It's looking pretty nice. That Landorus gave us some issues though. I kind of wish I kept Gliscor, but it just gets walled by what do you call it? By Celesteela. Let me start a timer as well. This guy's taking a little while to think, but it's okay because I think we can come through here. If not, then I mean, he probably played it. He probably had a stronger team versus us. ABOMAsnow should have come through. That Ice Shard was so weak. I probably should have run max attack on this thing. I'm only running half of max attack with, of course, a plus special attack nature. He's taking a while. Make a move, my friend. Make a move, Desert 97. Alright, we got him. We got him. We got Greninja out of the way. That's all I like to see. Garchomp coming out. That's fine. We can just click. Probably Clef is fine here, I think. As he goes for Earthquake. Not bad. I'm just going to soft boiled up. As he goes into Celesteela. So I'm not too sure what his set is. I think it's safe to go Reuniclus for now, at least. Until we figure out what set he is. He's Leech Seed. Okay, so he's just a Leech Seed set. I'm going to knock off his leftovers, and then I'm going to go for a Thunder. I think that should be fine. Like I said, I'm not too sure what his set is. Goes for Heavy Slam. This does a decent amount of damage. And Thunder does literally nothing. I'm going to go here into Heatran, I think is fine. I don't know if he packs Earthquake or not, which he goes for Leech Seed, which is definitely a solid play. I'm going to go here to Reuniclus. Regenerate my health back as he goes for Protect, so I guess he's trying to stall, get some health back, I guess. We can go here into Clefable as he Leech Seeds me. I'm going to go now into my Heatran as he goes for Heavy Slam. Nice. Okay, excellent, excellent. So we can Lava Plume here. We need to damage this thing. We need to get damage off on this thing. Get that Lava Plume off. We got to burn too, and he has Leech Seed, and we're pretty safe to just Lava Plume again. And we do knock out Celesteela, which is amazing, amazing. Clefable is at full health, which is really good to note. We can go here into it immediately, because if he's SD Garchomp, we live a +2. As you saw, Earthquake did less than 50. So at +2, in theory, we don't die. So as long as we play this immaculately, we'll be fine. Goes Tapu Lele, we can go right into Reuniclus now. He's trying to weaken Clefable because for Garchomp. So because he gave us Psychic Terrain, we actually do pretty well with Reuniclus. I could also go here into Heatran as well, but I want to keep Heatran just in case we can't OHKO or we can't knock out Garchomp if he gets out of hand. We have Scarftran. Our Reuniclus is at full, which is amazing. So we're going to go into that right now. As he goes for Psyshock, this is a decent amount of damage. And what I can do here is probably just click Knockoff to weaken this thing, I think is fine. Because it is choice specs, I think, so getting this thing weakened is going to be nice. And of course, being able to knock off Garchomp's item, whatever it could be, is useful. He knows I have knockoff though. He does know I have knockoff. So I think definitely knocking off Tapu Lele is going to be pretty useful. Psychic Psyshock, it could be Scarfed, it could be... I know, I definitely think it's specs. It has to be specs. That damage output is a lot. Even though he went for Psyshock, which hits on the physical side, I think it's choice specs. I feel like it is. I don't even know. I'm just glad that this team is putting in work. Regardless of, you know, what happens. Still, like, we can see it putting in work. with some unique sets. Like this reuniclus set actually has been putting in some really good work. Might even make it the thumbnail, who knows. If I can even come up with a title for it, that is. He goes Garchomp, so we will get to see what item he had on it, and it is going to be a choice scarf. Okay, nice. That is good to know. Into Clefable I go. So getting rid of that item is extremely useful. I can go here to Clefable as he goes for Earthquake, and I can just soft boiled up. I think that should be fine. Now that this Garchomp is scarfless, Heatran can definitely put in some good work. Psychic Terrain is gone, so we can go here into Reuniclus. That's awesome. That is really good. And he goes for Moonblast here. Why did that do so much? Oh my lord. Hello? Regenerate, please. Save me. He gets a crit, no Spectacular Drop, thank you. Alright, Flash Cannon can come through here. Garchomp should, I think, get 2-hit KO'd. Yeah, that's a 2-hit KO on Garchomp right there. And then Tapu Lele goes down right after. So that's going to be GG. My lord, that thing did so much. Yeah, so we Flash Cannon this, and he's obviously Choice Specs. 100% Choice Specs. He's able to live with a Sliver. Goes for Psychic, knocks us out. Reuniclus comes through. We hit him up with the Shadow Ball. And that is going to be GG. Excellent, excellent game. Alright, very nice. So, yeah, on to the next one, and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got our next game up against a interesting standard-looking offensive team. I think what we can do is just lead off Gliscor and go right for the Protect here. See what he wants to do, what he wants to lock himself into. Could also go hard into Reuniclus, but I just want to see. As he goes for Psyshock. So, we can go here into Reuniclus because we eat this up for days. As we know for a fact, he is Choice Specs. So I'm going to knock off here. Knock off this thing's item. Yeah, this thing is Choice Specs, like literally Choice Specs here. So I think getting rid of this item is going to be pretty useful. He might switch out, which is definitely an option for him. I think that's probably his best play, but I'm going to just start a timer. Wow, that did a ton of damage, my lord. Switches out to Tapu Koko. Okay, so we can knock off this thing's item at least. What is this item? It's Choice Scarf. Okay, getting rid of that Choice Scarf is pretty good. I'm going to switch out here to Gliscor. I think it's fine. He goes for U-turn. That's alright. As he goes into Tapu Lele, I'm going to Protect. See what he wants to lock himself into. Psyshock. I'm pretty sure we can live this and go right for the Toxic. Yup, we do. Barely. And we can just Protect here. So we are now putting this thing on a timer, wearing this thing down. We can Protect here. Get some health back. I'm actually not going to go Reuniclus this time. I think I get 2-hit KO'd. So I'm going to go here to, actually, you know what? I could probably pivot. I could probably just pivot out a little bit. So we can go Reuniclus first. And then, we actually probably live the next hit too. But I'm going to pivot out to Heatran. As he goes Koko. And I think my play is to Earth Power this thing. And knock it out. Nice. Very nice. Excellent. Alright, cool. So, got rid of that Choice Scarf, plus getting rid of the Koko with the Heatran, which is Scarfed. Very nice. Lando coming out here, so I'm not sure what set he is. Probably Rocks. Pretty sure he's Rocks. Hard Aboma's the play. Hard Aboma. Goes for Rocks here. And I'm pretty sure I can just click Blizzard. He hard switches out into Scizor. That's perfectly fine. Ooh, nice damage, nice damage. Gonna go Tentacruel here and just Rapid Spin away, as he's more than likely gonna Mega and Roost to try to get back his HP. He goes for the Mega, clicks Bullet Punch. Ooh, I'm a Scald, try to get a burn here. We got a crit, we get a burn? Unfortunately we don't, but this thing is weakened. I'm not really sure why he didn't Roost. That really puzzles me a lot, actually. I'm not really sure about that one. He goes Tapu Lele, and yeah, so can do the same thing. I think go into Reuniclus, pivot out to Heatran. I think that should be fine. Actually, maybe not go to Heatran because, like, thinking about it right now, I don't want Magearna to get out of hand because Magearna is a big threat to my team, as I've seen through testing. So I'm gonna go here Reuniclus first, and he goes for Psyshock. I'm going to now just stay in here and then go into Heatran, where Flash Cannon takes out everything on his team. So I'm going to go for Flash Cannon here. As he goes Zygarde, so this thing will take a decent amount of damage. Very good. Leads me to believe that he's offensive choice band or something. So I'm gonna go here into abomasnow, as he'll probably go for 1,000 arrows, which I think he might go for right now. Switches up to Magearna. Okay, okay, solid switch in. I gotta be careful here because if he sets up and if he's if he sets up a shift gear, that's annoying. I'm gonna earthquake. He volt switches. Okay, that's perfectly fine. He expected me to go Heatran probably. And he goes into Landorus. Interesting play. Very solid play. I think my play is to go into maybe Gliscor. Actually, maybe not Gliscor. I'm gonna go for Blizzard here, as he goes for U-turn. And goes right back to Magearna. So I think he's probably AV. Oh, ooh. That is unfortunate. I'm gonna help him out and thaw him with Scald. I'm gonna thaw him real quick. Let me thaw you. I'll thaw you. I'll thaw you, my friend. After I go for Rapid Spin. I'll thaw you, don't worry. I'll thaw you after I set up these T-spikes. Then I will thaw you. Let me set up another one real quick. I'll thaw you after I go to Gliscor, actually. And I'll thaw you after I sub. And I'll thaw you after I click Toxic. Unfortunate. He switched out. I can't thaw him anymore. But these T-spikes are up there, so that Zygarde is going to get worn down as well. We're faster, I think, so we can just keep continuously subbing. And toxicking, and subbing and protecting, I think. Yeah, I think we win now. I think we just win. Ah. That's unfortunate. I brought Heatran so that you wouldn't get frozen. Because it's supposed to be a heat squad. You're not supposed to get frozen on versus a heat squad, but unfortunately, I guess that's what happens here. That thing's bulky. And yeah, you forfeit here because I think you forfeit. That's what that skip turn looks like when they forfeit. Alright, so on to the next one, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we got our next game, gonna be up against a Mega Heracross squad. This should be pretty fun. Should be pretty interesting to see how we deal with Mega Heracross. Leading off here with Gliscor once again, I think is fine. He leads off right off with the Heracross. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'm gonna Toxic something because his Steel types are non-existent, so Mamoswine can go ahead and take a Toxic here. And what we can do is actually switch out into Heatran because he's obviously not gonna go for Earthquake here. Even though he might actually, but it's a risk. It's a risk worth taking. We're here to make stunts, okay? We're here to make plays. And I'm just gonna Flash Cannon this thing and knock it out. His Flash Cannon switch in is Greninja, so yeah. Goodbye, Mamoswine. And Gator's spawn has been sent back to where it came from. So now Greninja has come out here. We can go into Tentacruel and try to Rapid Spin these away. I've been seeing a lot of Protean sets lately, so we do find out that this thing is not Protean, so we can go for the Rapid Spin here. He'll more than likely try to flinch me, but thankfully he does not actually, so that's great, that's great. So he goes Tapu Koko, we can Rapid Spin these away. Go here into Heatran, expecting him to want to go for an HP Ice, I think is probably what he's going to try to do, maybe. He could also go for U-turn potentially, as he goes here for U-turn. Yep, that's perfectly fine. We're Scarfed, so we're pretty safe. Pretty safe. He goes Greninja here, and I could probably go into Tentacruel once again. I don't really see Tentacruel's use at all, other than trying to sponge Greninja, as we do sponge that pretty well. And what I can do here is just click Sludge Bomb. Actually, no, even better. Let's T-Spike up, because T-Spikes are going to be so useful. And we're actually going to be getting 2 up, and he has no sort of hazard control on his team, which means that he's pretty much done for, I feel, looking into the long run of the game. Yeah, we got him up, and abomasnow comes in after this. So yeah, I mean, he's obviously gonna go for another Hydro Pump here. He'll get his Battle Bond up. I'm gonna go abomasnow. Mega, click Blizzard. If Heracross tries to come in, it's gonna die. Everything just dies to this Blizzard except for Greninja, of course. And I think he'd want to save Greninja, I think. He does go Heracross here like I expected. And this Blizzard should take it out. Blizzard plus Ice Shard. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, probably not. So, yeah, we're bringing back Gliscor. Bringing back the Gliscor here. And he does go right into Greninja, so we can actually scout and see what he wants to do, as I probably expect him to want to go for Hydro Pump or something. He's confirmed choice specs, so yeah, this should be fine because we're going to be able to find out what he wants to do with a Protect. As we'll soon see here, he goes right for the Hydro, and we switch out here into probably Clef. I don't think I really need too much. I want to keep abomasnow at full health because it's useful. So we go Clef here, he goes for Hydro, and we just try to get up rocks at this point because he might miss. He actually might miss here. So I definitely want to get up rocks. And he does knock us out, so we can now go here into, I think Heatran should be faster, right? Maybe not. Probably not. Maybe it is actually. I don't know. I don't really care too much because I can go into abomasnow really easily here and just go right for a Giga Drain. He probably just Hydro Pump again. And he actually doesn't. He goes into Heracross, which will definitely get knocked out by Hail plus Toxic. Just Toxic, or just Hail. Yeah, just Hail. Very nice, very nice. So we could expect maybe Lele to come out here. Coco, okay. Why Coco? I don't know. Not too sure about that one. I'm gonna go hard into Gliscor here, as he goes for Brave Bird. Ooh, heat sets. Well, I don't know how common Brave Bird is, but maybe he's banded. He could be banded, I think. I think maybe going for a sub here should be fine. As he goes Tapu Lele, nice. Tapu Lele is pretty much dead now because we could sub Protect, and this thing is gonna get worn down. Hail plus Toxic damage is gonna be putting in that work. Yeah, literally, like on my first actual competitive team that I actually hit top of the ladder with on Pokemon Online back in the day, I had a Gliscor on it. I had a Gliscor on that team. It was similar to this one. It was back in black and white. It was a Fling Gliscor with Toxic Orb. That's what the common set was back then. Fling Gliscor. It may be Heat now, but back then it was like standard. It was super standard back then. Yeah, at this point I don't think we can lose at all. That's gonna be game. That is gonna be game. Probably end it off after this battle. Been going at it for a little bit. Gonna be a solid 11, but I'll probably like record another one after this. I have a couple of teams I want to record with. Yeah, all the Mons put in some good work. I'm happy that actually reuniclus put in a lot of work as well. Goes to Greninja. Yep, we just Protect here. He'll probably go for like Shuriken. I've seen all these Greninjas try to go for Shuriken on Gliscor. So we'll Protect here, figure out what he wants to do. Yeah, there's the Water Shuriken right there. And we go hard no abomasnow here. We don't mess around with this thing. We don't mess around at all. He goes into Tapu Koko. He's going to take poison damage plus the hail damage. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice. So here we're going to go into Heatran, I think is the play. There's no way he's going for Wild Charge. And Heatran's going to be able to resist U-Turn, Brave Bird. I don't know what else he has on it. Wild Charge. Oh, he actually goes for it. He actually knocks me out. Hello? Good play, good play. But Gliscor comes in. And we get a sub. That is 100% choice banded. So Gliscor at this point wins. Unless he's some like fast sub lander or something. Which he might be. Maybe. You never know. Protect here is the play. As I'm pretty sure Toxic plus Hail will knock him out. And yeah, we should be good to go for this game. Definitely happy that all the Mons on the team put in work. I feel at least all the Mons on the team put in work. Especially like in that one game where the guy got like, the guy was like, "What kind of plays are you making?" That's what like classic generic like ladder noobs do all the time, is that they're always like complaining about all the plays that the other person makes when they're like getting stunted on so hard. Those are just classic classic situations that you'll see all the time. He goes Greninja, so we're just gonna click Reuniclus here. I think is the proper play. Actually, I don't know. Actually, yeah, definitely. Why not? Why not? He'll Water Shuriken, right? Probably knocks us out. I don't think we need Reuniclus because Lele is gone. So he does Water Shuriken. Oh, I could have just stayed in. Wait. I actually could have just stayed in. Because there's psychic terrain up. I didn't even see that. But I can abuse the terrain now because the side shock from reuniclus actually puts in work versus this. We can abuse the terrain here. And he actually goes for, yeah, wow. He actually goes for a Swords Dance here. So we will knock this out. And abomasnow will be putting in work in the end. Let's see if we can actually live this. Oh my lord. We just lived a +2 earthquake. And we're not even max defense. That's amazing. And we're not even plus defense nature either. And he quit. That's gonna be GG. So on to, yeah, so that's gonna be it. I was gonna say on to the next one, but you'll see the next one in the next live. But hope you all enjoyed this live. Let me know what you guys think, of course. I definitely had a lot of fun with this team, as it did put in a lot of work. It put in a lot of work. You know, it was the nice hailstorm in the summer. And, you know, with that being said, I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.